So in this video, I want to talk about a couple of pieces of news. One being a sort of clarification, update kind of thing when it comes to Gate. An official announcement for a Season 2 that honestly I did not think we'd get a Season 2. And a leak for a Season 2 that I think most of us kind of figured. But we'll go over it anyway. Because there's some clarifications that I think need to be kind of pointed out that people are going to get confused. Because there's already a lot of misinformation, especially on Facebook. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Gate Season 2. Here's the thing. I talked about it in one of my other videos where I had like the paint and everything. And I kind of pointed out how you've got like Gate 1 and 2. But the thing is, in some countries, it was sold as 2 separate seasons. So to us, this would seem like Gate Season 3. Of course, saying that apparently angers people. And people come out and go, "Ugh!" But again, just because your country sold it as a singular thing. And this is the thing. What happens with many countries like myself, they'll sell something. They'll sell it as Season 1, Season 2, and then 5 years later, they'll sell it as just one season as a complete package. And many studios have recently played this sort of metagame of changing how they label things as well. Devil is a Part-Timer is a great example of that. We had Season 1 for ages, and it was like 10 years, and then they announced Season 2. And they announced it as a Season 2. And then when they announced Season 3, they announced it as a Season 2 and then relabeled Season 2 as a Part 2 to Season 1. And it's like, so wait, Part 2 came out 10 years later? And in some countries and some parts where they market, they label Season 2 as Part 1 and Part 2. It's really wonkos. So this has become a bit of a habit. And I get why they've relabeled this as Tides of Conflict Gate 2 or Season 2. It's more like they're calling it 2 because, or Gate 2, because of the fact that it is a completely different story. And this is where people are getting confused. Because a lot of people are going, oh, I can't wait to see Roxy and all these other characters. Those characters won't be in the story. As much as I'm excited for this, those characters won't be in here. Maybe by luck they might add them as a bit of an Easter egg, but I highly doubt. Well, you might get them as an Easter egg, but it'll be like a 5-second little thing. They're not going to be major characters. You're going to get all new characters. I did see someone say, well, how are they going to get boats through the gate? I believe another gate opens. It's kind of how it works. It's just another gate. And so this is kind of where the story is going. As far as sort of, it's a whole new type of thing. They're not even finishing the original story. They're just doing a whole new one. Which is kind of sad because I really liked the original story as well. And I really wanted to see that come to a conclusion and then do the naval component. Because this is the naval component. I've seen some people try to attack me in my last video talking about it. Saying, oh, but none of this is concrete. You're just speculating. No, this is official confirmation. It's from the official tweets. It's from the website. You can go there and see it yourself exactly what they're going through. And even light novel fans of the series have pointed out that this is the sequel to the light novel series, which is the naval component, which doesn't have all the other characters in. So again, yelling at me saying I'm just covering speculation, it's not. It's official confirmation. I know the difference between official confirmation and speculation. This is the sequel to that. I have been told that this is very heavily Japanese propaganda and very heavily like anti-American, but we'll have to see if they tone that down based on what the source material is. Also, don't know if I really should note it in the video, but we will anyway. I have been approached by the people connected to this website in an email. They have sent me a bunch of codes. So apparently you can make an account and you can activate a code and it allows you to kind of like interact with it. And I'm not being sponsored by it. They just sent them to me and said, hey, this ain't a sponsorship. Have these codes. Do what you want with them. I can use one for myself and give them all away to friends, or I can give them away to my community. I figured I'd put it in this video because the codes run out in like 3 days. I only saw the email last night. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll pin them in the comment section. So if you see a bunch of codes, if you make an account through the official website, you apparently can. If it doesn't work, then probably someone's already taken them because there's only like 10 codes. I'm not going to even use my own. I'll let other people enjoy it. So if you're first to it, you're first to it. If you're not, well, give it a crack. But yeah, it's one of those where I was like, I was surprised when I saw the email and they're just like, oh yeah, we just want people to enjoy it. You know, the process of us developing it, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, that's pretty cool. You know, I like that. And they were like, oh yeah, we saw your excitement. And I was like, well, I was a little bit critical of it in that video, but hey, at least they take criticism well. So next part. Oh yeah, that's their website. There you go. Because I was going to look at making an account. So that's their website, which is connected to that. So next part. 86, Season 2, anime sequel, production confirmed. So the thing that I want to be very clear here is that it is not in production. It is not officially confirmed. It is simply the production decision has been made. And he points it out here. Note, the wording clearly implements is production decided. It is not been in production at all. I have to point this out every time these kinds of leaks go out because people try to claim that it's officially announced or that it's in production. It's not in production. It's that the production decision. So it means that the higher-ups have said, okay, we are going to make an anime. Now, you said that means green lit, and I'm like, well, it's not an official announcement because they haven't officially come out yet. You could say it's more like a green lit as well. But I want to point that out because all over Facebook and even some Twitter accounts, some fraud ones, are just trying to claim that it's officially confirmed, that it's in production, that kind of thing. It is not in production. So to be very clear, I think, honestly, I figured 86 would get a sequel. I was surprised a lot of people kind of gave up, but I feel like after like 2-3 years, people just give up hope, like instantly, like, oh my god, it's never going to happen. Some things take a long time, some things don't take so much of a long time. Then the next thing I want to cover is Season 2 has been officially announced. It's coming out in 2026. So we actually have a general schedule of when it's coming out. Not this year, but next year. I don't know why people expected it to come out this year. If you're thinking that, you're crazy. I honestly didn't think this would get a second season. I still have my criticisms of this anime. I just get annoyed at the fact that even though the chick got pregnant, they never held hands. They never did anything. And then people are like, oh, but in this one small scene, they showed the room and everything. And like, yeah, it's like a hint reference. But they never actually showed any proper intimacy at all from hand-holding, kissing, nothing. And so as much as I enjoy the anime, that was my one criticism, and people got like really defensive, but they hint that they did stuff. I don't care about the hints. I want to see them hold hands and kiss. I don't expect them to show the goodsy goods. I just want to see some intimacy. That's just my gripe, okay? I want to rant that because I said that in my last review and people were like getting defensive over it. I don't care. Be quiet. But I'm happy Season 2's announced. Official announcement has not yet been made. This is like a leak to it, to be very clear. This is clear that you know, they made that post and then this has been leaked out. So, yeah, it's not official, but it is coming out in 2026. But, I mean, as much as this is not official, the fact that they've leaked this image gives me more concrete information because this could be like, oh, it may still not happen. But this just leaves it more solidified. And the fact that we kind of have a scheduling of 2026 is super good as well. So, yeah. And it also, as it states here, confirmed on the wrap around the jacket band of the light novel Volume 19. So, once Volume 19 comes out, it will then be official. I say this is official, but not official. So, yeah. Very excited, very happy. We haven't had much anime news, and I figured I'd post it on here for obvious reasons if you've been paying attention to the other channel. Yeah. Don't worry, got some anime reviews coming out. Definitely been watching some good spicy stuff out there, especially with some more good romances out there. So definitely stay tuned for more anime news. If you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you beautiful nerds in the next video.